Hi, everybody. Welcome to this live training. It is great to see so many inspired people in here who are spending important time on you, developing you, creating you, becoming you, determining who you want to be. And determining who you want to be takes time, it takes dedication, it takes effort. But the pain and paying the ferryman to get across that river, to get from the side of where you are today to the side that you want to be, requires your dedication and commitment. And it's only those people who dedicate to their growth that negate themselves and dissociate themselves from their stuckness. It's you, it's people like you that become the heroes and leaders to other people around you in their own stuckness as they as they see and experience your growth and they see and experience the change that you're having and you're creating within yourself. And well done being here, because yes, it takes time. You ain't going to get there by chance. You're only going to get there by choice. And it's your choice to be here. And I take my hat off to you. It's people like you who are my heroes, because I understand that there's other things you can be doing right now, down the beach, having a barbecue, watching TV, but you're here doing this work. Well done. This is what it takes. So all these great people that you look up to, all these great educators, these great speakers around the world, these people that we all go to for our growth, for our inspiration, for our knowledge, they didn't just wake up one day and it all landed on their plate. They had to evolve and move into this. And as part of this work that you're doing here, you're evolving into something else. It is impossible for you to dedicate your time and energy, your dedication and your inspiration into doing work like this and not evolve from it and not become something greater from it and not heal and repair from it and not grow through this. So again, I take my hat off to you and well done you being here. And it's good to see a lot of people here. It's so good to see so many people here. Let's get into some things. So first off, many of you here are coming to Unthinkable. Many of you here are in the Solfeggio training course, and many of you will become Solfeggio meditation practitioners. So let me just bring you into the world that we live in, as a entity, as a business, as a platform, as a education organization. We're going to talk about some of our unique concepts, but I'm very happy to tell you and to share with you, because when you do something and you get excited about it, don't you just want to share it with people? And who do you share it with? Because there's no point in you sharing your excitement with somebody down your local restaurant who just doesn't care. So you always share with the people who care. And I'm very thrilled and honored, to be able to share with you guys right now the year that we've had. And we have definitely made an impact this year. We have made an impact into the medical fraternity. We have those turning to us. We've made an impact into US. We've made an impact into Europe. We have a growing community of people who grow within Think and Grow. Every single day, we grow by between 1,000 to 1,500 people every single day. And you're part of that. And I get to be able to spend my time in here with you doing this. But it's only for one reason that we grow. And that reason becomes your gateway. It becomes your key, the key to get out of what it is that you want to get out of. And that is the unique concepts and the unique processes that we have created that are getting this attention, that are impacting people's lives. And for many of you here who haven't been to the Unthinkable workshop, our job at Unthinkable is to make sure that we bring you on a journey that drops your jaw, to bring you on a journey that has you left with an eternal impression of what you can do, who you can become, and how you can become it. And you will absolutely experience this at Unthinkable. But you need to, like the rest of us, when we went through our own personal development growth journeys, you have to be ready for your curveball. So let me tell you what's going to happen to some of you. The closer you get to attending the workshop, the curveball in your life is going to come at you. And it's going to try and do things like tell you that you're too busy. You can't go here. You can't get to that workshop. It's going to happen to you. Don't listen to it. Overcome it. It's just an internal excuse that you're internally, subconsciously creating for yourself so that you don't have to grow, because growth to a human body means moving into a new paradigm. And in doing that, then it means new emotions to a body. And the body is so emotionally stuck in who it is already It just doesn't want you to grow. You all know the story of the drug addict Dexter, who said, I want to get off my drug, Ray. And I said, Dexter, fine, just stop doing it then. And he said, I'm so dedicated to getting off this drug. So I said, great, your why is really huge. Stop doing the drug. But 2 days later, Dexter's body is fighting against his desire. And that's what happens when you come on your personal development journey at this level. You guys are going to a whole different level to your family, your friends. You're the hero to them, but you got to be ready for that. And you have to be ready for your curveball. Don't listen to it. So, what are these unique concepts that you're going to be learning, and what work can you do between now and the workshop? And if you're a Solfeggio practitioner or training to be a Solfeggio practitioner, let's deal with all of that right now. So the emotional collapse processes are processes that we will be bringing you through when you come through the Unthinkable workshop. Or for the Solfeggio students, part of your work that you're doing as a Solfeggio student is to understand the process of emotional liberation and emotional limitation. So, as a Solfeggio student and an Unthinkable guest, workshop guest, please ensure that you have gone down the road of the 8-day QAC process. Now, when you go through that process, many of you will say to me after the process, you would say, Ray, in the process, when you were teaching me through the 8 days, you reflected on my mother or my father when I was growing up. But some of you will say there was nothing negative in my mother and father growing up. So this process doesn't work for me. So what that means is you've missed the point. The point is, yes, for many of you, it's what happened to you growing up. But for those who nothing happened to you growing up, it's about you understanding the process. Because if it's not your mother and father when you were growing up, it's somebody in your life right now. So you still go through the process of what it was like for you growing up, even if you had a happy, harmonious experience growing up, adopting that process that you're learning in there as though something happened to you growing up, and then applying it to what's happening to you right now. Because for sure, somebody in your adult life right now is pushing your buttons, and it's implementing that process to deal and manage with that. What that means is then as a Solfeggio practitioner, and then teaching your clients the concepts and processes that they need to overcome their emotions, you will understand that greater by going through the 8-day QAC process. Now, let me bring you in a bit deeper now into frequency. So at the Unthinkable workshop, yes, we'll be dealing with frequencies. And as a Solfeggio student, which either or you are in, it's all about frequencies. Anthony Holland had an amazing, very, very simple idea. And here's what happened to him. He read an article, or he watched a video of a opera singer sitting next to a glass, and the opera singer sang a really high note at a very high vibration, and the glass cracked. You can watch that on video yourself, and maybe some of you have seen that already. So what happened there? And what happened was this: the frequency emitted by the opera singer equaled the frequency that the glass vibrated at. So as you know, everything in the universe vibrates. This little bottle of water, plastic bottle of water, oh, all the Kangen people are saying, look, he's drinking out of plastic. That's not mine. This little plastic bottle of water vibrates at a frequency. My spoon vibrates at a frequency. Everything at the fundamental level of all existence is vibration. And he carried out a very simple process. If a frequency equal to a glass can disintegrate the glass, can a frequency equal to a cell vibrating at a particular frequency eliminate the cell and destroy the cell, just like the glass becomes destroyed? What he done was he played around for 6 months with frequencies from 100,000 hertz to 300,000 hertz. And he found a brilliant formula of combining two frequencies together, where the higher frequency is 11 times the amplitude of the lower frequency, playing both frequencies together, creating a combination frequency, and watching pancreatic and leukemic cancer cells on petri dishes literally swim around. They could see these live cancer cells And as the frequency equaled this frequency, it destroyed and blew up and eliminated the cell. It doesn't mean that both frequencies were the same. It just means that you can vibrate a frequency at a particular level and something that is weak in its frequency can become destroyed. That was a very, very simple idea. We're playing around with this work in our Solfeggio meditations, right? Because you know that those Solfeggio meditations contain these frequencies. So that experiment alone, and even you watching a YouTube video of somebody singing at opera and a glass cracking next to them, is unequivocal proof that frequencies communicate with each other at a distance. Now, the more exciting news for us this year is myself and Byron, our music producer in South Africa, who I work with every Monday and Wednesday, have produced for the past year a whole series of long meditation tracks, new tracks, new music, all embedded with these frequencies. And as our students, as you know, you get access to all of these when we release them. It's just part of your membership. So you got some really, really exciting new things to listen to and learn. Every single day I wake up, I start my day in two ways. Number one, I make sure I drink, see, Kangan people, I actually do have a glass bottle. I drink a full bottle of water just as I wake up in the day. Myself and Antonella Den, the creator of the Evolve Retreats, who creates retreats in Greece and Italy and Bali and Europe and so on and so forward, we sit there in the morning and we laugh. So we watch something funny. So we start our day laughing. And it's very important to raise your vibration as you wake up every day in your day. So make sure that you're spending time in the morning, and then we meditate. We do our meditation and we're very, very clear and precise in our meditation when we're doing it. We do not do it together, we do it separately. So be very precise in that. So let's go back now to frequencies and the power of frequencies. If Anthony Holland, a music producer, can produce a frequency that destroys 65% of cancer cells and eliminated the 65%, 60% growth of future cancer cells in a human, and you're a vibrational wave of frequency, just imagine what your frequency is doing to other people outside of you and what other people's frequencies are doing to you inside of you. Everything is vibration. When equal vibrations vibrate to each other, one cancels the other out. Back to the glass and the opera singer. Frequencies cancel each other out. So the power of that means that when you're meditating every day, you're not going to feel the effect of that, but your body will experience the effect of that. Let's go down the rabbit hole now. So what you'll all be doing is, as Solfeggio students and as Unthinkable guests at the 4-day workshops that are coming up in January, February, June, somewhere, May in Europe, and October, is this. We'll be going down the rabbit hole. And to go down the rabbit hole, we're going to help you, and you're going to learn how to identify the root event that manufactured your condition. Your condition is not necessarily constrained or confined to your body. Your condition may be confined and may be spread out and may have evolved into your experience that you're having in your life. What's your experience that you're having in your life? Your relationships, your relationship with your partner, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with food, your relationship with money, your relationship in your career. You have a relationship with every experience that you're having in your life. And if there is an emotional block within you that interferes with that relationship, we can do our frequency meditation. That's really good. But the epiphany, the aha moment doesn't come by doing your frequency meditation. It climbs up and creeps up on you and you have the epiphany. But the 8-day QAC process is the process that gives you the epiphany. Now, if you are becoming a practitioner with us, well, you need to understand the impact that the QAC process, collapse process, will have on your students and what it's going to be doing for them. So we have two things here that we're learning. We're learning about frequency and the power of frequency and the power of meditation and how to start your day. We're also learning that to go down the rabbit hole, we use the 8-day QAC process and we teach ourselves or your students, whatever it is for you, how to find the root event that caused all of these blockages that you're having and unwind it and undo that event. Why the rabbit hole? So why do we have to do the 8-day QAC process? It doesn't mean that frequency meditation doesn't work. But as I said a moment ago, it does not land the aha moment with a bang. When we go down through the 8-day QAC process and we see the benefit of the drawbacks, we see the benefit of our trauma, and we show that to our student, or you're just participating in that for yourself, you will have, or your student will have a realization, a moment where you realize that everything in your life that you thought was imperfect brought the perfection into your life that you called your perfect life. So it brought your perfection. The imperfect part of your life is your misillusionment and your misanalytical way of misperceiving the event that happened to you in your life, causes you your stuckness in your life. So if you have any trauma going on in your life whatsoever, or your student, that trauma is a clear indication of one thing. And that indication is that you are misperceiving something in your life and in your world. And when you align your perception and equal it out and understand that everything that you think was negative brought you a secret, brought you a piece of magnificence, brought you a piece of awesomeness, you have your aha moment in that experience. And when the body has an aha moment, like the first time you rode the bicycle for the first time, you didn't fall off, or that aha moment when you got your first guitar when you were 8 and you still remember that, getting that gift, whatever it was for you, or getting that medal that you got when you won that race. You remember that moment, but you can't remember what was going on that day. So that becomes your aha moment, and the body then infatuates with that at a cellular level. That goes unconscious cellularly, and that's called cellular memory. So when you have your aha moment in the process, be it with the meditation, be it with the frequency, but most importantly with the process, with the 8-day QAC process, and you have that, your body will remember that cellularly, and that cellular memory can also become ancestral. What does that mean? Well, oh my God, did you just see that? And what it means is this: ancestral trauma is a real phenomenon. Literally, we today can carry the same negative emotional genetic trauma of our great great grandparents, even though they're gone down the hole and they're not even there anymore. Yet they're still living within us genetically. So that is a real phenomenon. It's documented event. So therefore, when you're doing your work, are you getting it now? When you're doing your work, you're not just affecting you and your relationship and your partner in your life today. You are building a whole genetic lineage for the people that are going to be coming after you. You're leaving a legacy through your work. Sadly, they won't even know that you left it, but it doesn't matter. Once you feel that and understand the power of the work that you're doing. So when I said to you at the start of this live training today, and I said, I take my hat off to you, you're my heroes. You have no idea of how much a hero you are and how much a hero you will be to people who sadly won't even know that you're the hero. That's why you are the hero. So it's both. It's the process, and it's the meditation, and it's the frequency. And that 8-day QAC process and the main process itself, the 8-day is a snippet. There is a main process, of course. And that process is the one thing that has medical doctors, psychologists, therapists, and other people that I'm blown away with who have been connecting with us this year saying, what is this guy that you guys are doing? How are you getting this outcome that we couldn't understand and we couldn't achieve? And you're part of that. And you're learning this. And those sitting there at the moment thinking, I wish he'd hurry up and watch TV, stop and go watch TV. Stop it. Stop it. You have no idea of the impact that you're going to make here. So keep doing your work. The aha moment offers evidence to your negative, doubtful, subvocal internal critic that lives in an illusion. So when you have your aha moments and you're doing this work, or as a practitioner in Solfeggio, you're doing it with other people, we all carry our negative doubter. And a subvocal internal critic is the voice of non-reason that speaks from deep within the core of who we are. Like it lives so far deep within us, it's almost next to our soul. to our eternal soul. And this voice is that negative, lingering voice that you know lives deep within inside you. It's the voice that you can't voice out. It's the thinking that you're not quite clear on what it's thinking, but you know that it's there. It's that lingering limitation, and it's real, and it lives within you. And I call them in my new book conscious complex entities. And we have multiples of them. Conscious complex entities that tell us that we can do awesome things, conscious complex entities, CCEs, that tell us that we can't do awesome things. So we have a myriad of personalities living within you. So you're not just one person, you're a collective of alternate personalities, equally arguing with each other about what it wants you to do. But when we have the epiphany in the process, that internal critic has no choice but to shut the hell up, because we outrank it with a highly charged aha experiential moment, and it becomes what they call now in the US a lived experience. And once you live that experience, your body remembers it forever, and literally your critic has no more voice within you and goes and lives somewhere else, and you pass the critic on to somebody else. Very powerful stuff. This allows you to finally acknowledge there is no trauma without beauty. There is no pain without a gift. There is no message. There is no movement in life without it bringing a message. And you will get that. And so too will your students as a practitioner when you're going down this road and bringing people down this work. Thank you for being here. We get a lot of messages, and I'll just deal with that now because we have a lot of people here. Greece, sadly, in September this year, in Ikaria Island, which is one of the world's blue zones. There's only 5 blue zones on Earth. And a blue zone is where people forget to die. There's 5 on Earth: Ikaria Island, one in Italy, Costa Rica, California, and Okinawa Island in Japan. Only 5. And these people live into their hundreds, and they're still in relationships, and they're still happy, and they're still having alcohol, and they're still cavorting with each other, and so on and so forth. But it's the style of how they live. And a blue zone is literally termed where people forget to die. So Antonella has the retreat coming up in Evolve in Ikaria Island, which is the one of the world's 5 blue zones, and we'll be living with those people and learning how they're learning and how they've learned not to die. They're in their 90s, they're in their hundreds, they don't have chronic diseases, they don't have coronary conditions, and they don't have cancer, and they live here in this place. We're going there, but sadly, it's sold out. Now, for those of you who message and ask questions and so on, we have opened up the beautiful spiritual valley of Umbria in a place called Lacasella in Umbria, where we had our retreat this year. So if you miss Greece and you want to come on a retreat with Antonella and myself and our team and our educators, you can actually apply to come to Evolve Italy, because we've just opened up the second Evolve for this year. First time ever. First one is sold out. Second one is open, and there's weekly payments. I think it's about $80 or $90 a week or something like that, to finance approved Think and Grow community members. And the Evolve retreat in Umbria that we just had, if you've seen the testimonials, these retreats are absolutely, oh my God. So you'll be with us for 7 days and 8 nights. We'll pick you up in the airport in Rome. We'll transport you on our coach to Umbria. We'll bring you to the resort. You'll have your own unit in the hills. You'll share with somebody, of course. In this spiritual valley, we will be driving you around the valley and educating you and doing awesome things with you for 7 days. Our own chefs, our own food, our own excursions. It will absolutely rock and change your life. So if you want to experience that, or you want to apply for one of the 35 seats at this one here, all you have to do is send an email to info@thinkandgroweducation.com.au, or send an SMS to 0406 300 044, or an email to info@thinkandgroweducation.com.au. And if you want to really come down the rabbit hole, like if your certainty about how long you want to live, about the quality of your body in your life, about the quality of your life, about the quality of everything, and you want to get it all and take it all on board, and you want to come on that 7-day retreat with us, these retreats, you've read about them, they are stunningly outstanding. And you're welcome to apply. And then Shayla will call you over the coming days. She'll do an interview with you and she'll tell you if the retreat is suitable for you and if you're suitable for that retreat. And it's life changing. And you'll meet some awesome, beautiful people. I want to say Merry Christmas to all of our, makes me emotional. Merry Christmas to all of our great Think and Grow community. You really are my dream come true. I dreamed to learn things, to speak to things to people that they would actually listen. My dream was always to show the Christian brothers that I'm not stupid. And I've been able to learn some things, but I needed people to listen. And you listen. So you really are my dream. And thank you for the great year that we've had. And I can tell you, with all the work and with you people on board in 2025, we are going to make a big indentation in this world, in this globe, on this globe, with the work that we are doing. And I'm glad that you are all part of that. You will see where we're going and what we're doing with our work and with our stuff. We are making an impact like other people can only dream of. And you're part of that. Have a great Christmas. Have a great new year. If you're drinking and driving, please don't drive because I'm walking. You might hit me. So make sure you look after yourself. Make sure you look after your family. And always feel free to reach out, ask any questions. And I will see you at the Unthinkable workshop. And if you want to come to Greece, or sorry, I beg your pardon, Italy, send your email, send your SMS right now. And we'll interview you immediately. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your Christmas and New Year.